The toy soldier raised his gun and was about to pull the trigger, but the man playing dead suddenly woke up and slammed it to the ground. Then he pushed him towards the elevator door, but this thing was so strong that it blocked the closing elevator door with both hands. Luckily, after a short stalemate, the elevator finally closed, crushing the toy soldier's head to pieces. Paul just breathed a sigh of relief, but heard a sharp drip sound. He opened the soldier's backpack, but inside was a time bomb. The reason why Paul was hunted down was because a few days ago he shot the owner of the toy factory. Everything was witnessed by the toys. In order to avenge their owner, they disguised themselves as packages and delivered them to Paul's hotel door. Out of killer instinct, Paul examined the package carefully to make sure it was safe before opening it. Inside were rows of toy soldiers. Paul scoffed and tossed them onto the table. He then went to the kitchen for a soda. He had no idea disaster was coming. A loud bang suddenly echoed. Paul turned around and saw that the toy box had somehow fallen to the ground. Confused, he walked over to check and found that the toys inside were gone. Before he could react, sharp pain hit his foot. A toy bayonet had stabbed him. Then he heard movement under the couch. As Paul bent down to look, bullets sprayed toward him. Although the killing power was not great, it left a rain of wounds on his neck. Just as he poked his head out, he was greeted with another round of firepower suppression, even mixed with a rocket that directly hit his thigh. Seeing that the other side has no intention to cease fire, Paul endured the pain and crawled into the bathroom. In order to figure out what exactly is attacking him, he moved to the stool, with the help of the mirror to observe the situation outside. At this time, the room was still under fire, and the power of the shells directly shattered the mirror. The top assassin was forced into such a sorry state. Angry Paul decided to fight back, so he came to the bedroom without saying anything, and then picked up a pistol and rushed out, shooting at the sofa repeatedly. But not only could the bullets not penetrate the sofa, but also almost got hit by a missile. In desperation, he retreated as he fought, burrowed into the kitchen, and rummaged through the cabinets for a submachine gun with real firepower. The momentum shifted instantly. Paul sprayed the couch non-stop. As soon as the magazine emptied, he reloaded. He moved to the other side and kept firing. Under the continuous fire coverage, under the sofa finally no movement. Paul flipped the couch over confidently. What he saw shocked him. The floor was packed with moving green toy soldiers. They looked professionally trained. Some were treating the wounded. Others were driving toy vehicles to retreat. Seeing that Paul had already arrived in front of him, the soldier picked up his weapon and prepared to fight back, only to be crushed by a foot. Another tried to escape. It was crushed as well. Just then, several soldiers quickly loaded their shells and prepared to counterattack. Without hesitation, Paul raised his gun and shot them all to pieces, but their equipment didn't stop there. Soon several more fighters were flying slowly towards him. They aimed and opened fire. The shells were strong enough to destroy a desk lamp. If Paul was hit, the result would be fatal. Paul stooped to avoid the first round of bombardment. Before he could react, a wing sliced his forehead. The cockpit had a pilot. It also had two gunners, but Paul is not a vegetarian. With a precise shot, he directly destroyed one of the fighters. The rest of the fighters continued to pursue. Paul had to hide in the bathroom again. He thought it was safe enough, but a shell pierced right through the door.